and works to overturn
sharing of bias.
laws in the court.
What exactly caused this?
To follow the CDC guidelines.
Designed to initially home in on radiation emitted from a target, such as the active
I don't think so. But January, all she does is January. She's like,
Jesus will meet us right where we are.
U.S. oil and gas companies are now ready, willing, and able to explore this area. But they have made it clear to us that they need the maximum level of international legal certainty before they will or could make the substantial investments, and we believe create many jobs in doing so, needed to extract these far offshore resources. If we were a party to the convention, we would gain international recognition of our sovereign rights, including by using the convention's procedures, and therefore be able to give our oil and gas companies this legal certainty. Staying outside the convention, we simply cannot.
Back in December, green energy executives raced to Washington in an effort to gain support from the incoming Trump administration. In the newest propaganda campaign going forward, the new pitch for your taxpayer dollars is going to be less about clean and affordable energy and more about meeting energy demands.
We actually sell discounted oil to the U.S. They upgrade it. So $100 billion worth of Canadian exported oil turns into $300 billion worth of value-added product and exports that the U.S. can then use with their trade partners around the world. So I just feel like the more we make those arguments...
The re-industrialized vision of America that the Trump team has stumped for coincides with the needs for minerals like cobalt, lithium, and nickel for this new digital world. Initiated in 2003 with the help of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, along with the U.S. Geological Survey, the Biden ocean floor land grab that stretches from the Gulf of Mexico to the Arctic has strained the already contentious relationship between the U.S. and Russia, as well as with China.
Quote, change is coming that hasn't happened in 100 years, and we are driving this change together. Those were words that he exchanged with Vladimir Putin, which basically said, look, China and Russia are essentially allies. They are working together. They are driving events, and the United States is not a factor. So this has made it very clear that the world has divided into camps. But unfortunately, America's national security establishment doesn't want to recognize what has occurred.
Though Trump articulates the case far better than Joe Biden ever did or ever could, the truth is that the talk about invading Mexico, Greenland, and Canada have more to do with energy concerns and is less about imperialism.
In April, President Biden committed to halving greenhouse gas emissions by 2030 and creating a carbon pollution-free power sector by 2035. As other countries race past us, President Biden wants to dismantle and cripple the United States energy grid in order to look good at climate events in Europe, while China laughs at our decline.
In 2023, secret meetings between senior Biden officials and industry leaders took place to discuss ways to mitigate potential hacks to the American energy grid.
When Donald Trump thinks about climate change, the only word he can muster is hoax. When I think about climate change, the word I think of is jobs.
However, more than 9 tech companies were hacked in recent months, and any successful attack on the U.S. energy grid would be considered an act of war to any administration, Democrat or Republican.
Concerns deep seabed mining, which takes place in that part of the ocean floor that is beyond any country's jurisdiction. Now, for years, technological challenges meant that deep seabed mining was only theoretical. Today's advances make it very real, but it's also very expensive. And before any company will explore a mine site, it will naturally insist on having a secure title to the site and the minerals that it will recover.
And it could soon be a reality. Where will you be when the lights go out. This is James Anthony, reporting.
Jesus will meet us right where we are.
Thanks for watching this report. Head on over to jamesanthonyreport.com, click the live link in the description, or scan the QR code on your screen right now to support our sponsors.